know if the new Land Cruiser would be able to continue driving with the wheels turned, which the LC200 couldn't do. But even without this, it is clearly visible that the Land Cruiser 300 passed all the tests better than its predecessor. The next in line is a long wheelbase Range Rover with a supercharged 5-liter V8. The car has a low profile, absolutely non-off-road tires, and in the first race, by tradition, the standard mode and the air suspension is raised to the upper position. The Range Rover lifted its front right wheel on the first obstacle, not the rear left one, as all previous participants. The driver increases the RPMs. The rear wheel makes a barely noticeable slip, and the car drives forward with all wheels rotating at equal speeds. The Range Rover stopped at the second point, and then we saw something new. A brief rotation of the suspended wheel, and further confident driving forward. But the third obstacle required significantly higher engine RPMs. But the overall result is the same. Now, let's activate the low range and the rock crawl mode. Let's see how this affects the performance of the Range Rover. Unfortunately, the engine sound can't be heard because of the strong wind. The car reaches the first obstacle and stops. Then, with even less wheel spin than it was in the previous attempt, the Range Rover continues the ascent. There are no problems at the second obstacle, as well as at the third. The unloaded wheels don't make any idle rotations when the Range Rover resumes driving after short stops. Excellent result. The next participant is the Land Rover Defender with a gasoline 3-liter turbo engine. Unlike the previous participant, the Defender has stock off-road worthy Goodyear Adventure tires. The air suspension is in top position. The Land Rover reaches the first obstacle, stops with the front right wheel raised high, and without any hint of slipping, confidently continues driving, even being on 3 wheels. At the second obstacle, the left front wheel came off the ground. A barely noticeable wheel spin, and the Defender drove on. The Land Rover drifted a little at the third obstacle due to small rocks under the wheels, but this almost did not affect the result. Now, let's watch how it drives with off-road assistance. The gearbox is in low range, and the rock crawl mode is on. Just like the Range Rover, the Defender's front right wheel rises up. As soon as the driver touches the gas pedal, Land Rover immediately starts driving. The car rolls back to stop in the most uncomfortable position with a clear demonstration of the front wheel travel. But there are no problems here either. At the third point, the Defender is again exposed to the most difficult conditions. The main load falls on 2 diagonally located wheels. Plus, let's not forget about the steep slope and lots of small rocks under the wheels. To understand the complexity of the test, note the slight wheel slip at the beginning of the driving. While the engine is practically inaudible, I can assume that it was almost at idle RPMs. Very impressive. The next participant is the 2021 Mercedes-AMG G63 with a 4-liter turbocharged gasoline V8. It has front independent suspension, unlike its predecessor. You can watch the drive of the previous G63 in the Clash of the Titans video, clicking the link in the description. And as a usual case with the AMG G63, the car has high-speed road tires. The first drive is in normal mode. The G-Wagon has to slip a little to stop at the first obstacle. And then the traction control system, as if assuming the further scenario, reacts much more quickly, excluding idle wheel spin. The G63 rolls back a little to stop with the rear left wheel hanging. The driver steps on the gas, the unloaded wheels rotate a little, and the car drives on. The Mercedes rolls back again to stop at the most difficult position, standing on two wheels only. The driver steadily increases the RPMs. The wheels slip a little, and then the Mercedes confidently drives forward. The G-Wagon stops at the final obstacle, balancing on diagonally located wheels. Please keep in mind the rubble and road tires. The driver steps on the gas. The wheels slip a little, and then a familiar scenario. Not bad for the simple mode. Now, let's watch how this G-Wagon will pass these obstacles in maximum combat mode.